Hi, my name is Dorothy Hudson, and as President of United Methodist Women, I want to welcome you to Preview with the President. This is a time where we get a sneak preview of our upcoming program, and I am so excited that Anne Paup will be presenting our program on December 1st. And so we're going to interview Anne right now and find out all about what we have to look forward to. Anne, would you tell us what inspired you to share your experiences in Russia with UMW?
Well, Dorothy, Russia has always been this very mysterious continent, well, nation to me. And Ike and I had been lots of places in Europe, and we decided to go to Russia because we knew it was going to be a really hard trip, and we wanted to go before we got too old to go. And I wanted to go see their art. I wanted to see their music. I was interested in what it was about, and we went with our good friends Debbie and Corbett Christie, who used to be members of this church. He was a former foundation president over at Harris Methodist, and he has a hobby of being a travel agent, and he really did a lot of the planning on the trip. Now, this was not a typical trip to Europe because, you know, Russia is not your typical country. And the only way we decided we were going is we were going to have a guide with us every second. They met us at the airport, the train stations, they took us to the hotels, and we had a guide everywhere we went in Russia because, frankly, number one, it's not safe to be without one. And number two, the alphabet, oh my gosh, it's totally different from ours. You could not read the signs. I mean, you would not know where you were. And you know, the taxi service in Russia is just not like ours at all. I mean, they're not very prevalent. You can't find them very easily, and you're not quite sure maybe sometimes where they're going to take you. So we had guides everywhere to take us. We also stayed at the Ritz-Carlton. Now, usually we don't stay at that first class hotel, but we did it for a reason, and that was the hotels in Russia are not like ours. And you know, lots of people here who are watching this have been to Europe, and you know, you go and you can stay in bed and breakfast, and you can stay in hotels that are not like ours, but they're fine. You know, it's just not like that there. Well, one great thing about staying at the Ritz was it was very close to Red Square, but for that day we were imprisoned at the Ritz because of the security for Putin in Red Square. And as my college roommate said, Anne, only you could be imprisoned at the Ritz. But it was very fun, and we enjoyed it. And that was, you know, a major part of our Moscow trip. And then the Sunday we got to go to the Kremlin, and we took the fast express train up to St. Petersburg. And that's where we saw a lot of the palaces and really saw where the Germans tried to come in, and saw how they have been able to reinvent these palaces and restore them and what it looked like before. And we stayed at a very famous hotel there, the Hotel Astoria, where we found out that a very famous person wanted to stay, but he never got to. So there were just so many interesting things, and I'm going to have some slides to show people, some Christmas decorations that I brought back. I have an email from our guide who really tells me about Christmas there in Russia, which is not the same day, not celebrated the same way. It's certainly not St. Nicholas. They don't have Saint anything if they can help it. They talk about Father Frost. That's who they talk about. And, you know, and even leaving Russia was a very interesting adventure.
Well, Anne, we are very excited to hear all about your experiences and adventures in Russia. And I want to encourage everyone to attend the December 1st luncheon and be sure and RSVP by November 30th. This is going to be a highlight of the year.